Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Chantal. I'm an emerging artist and I recently opened up an in-print store so that I can sell my own stickers and prints. I've never actually made Halloween designs before, so we really need to start trying to make some stuff for spooky season that I can then turn into stickers. Let's get planning. I've put together a really messy Halloween spread of loads of doodles for things I think of for Halloween. But before I did this, I actually had the idea of this. I wanted to go for a frog dressed up as like a ghost, but I just couldn't make the eyes fit into the holes well because they're so like poking out. So I've ended up going with a more of a witchy frog with a little trick or treat bag. I thought that looked really cute. I love this design. So I'm going to be doing this as a print with a background. Then in my doodle page, I have this, and I think I want to do an actual witchy gal. And then I might do like two more designs that are aimed to be stickers, and I can always pop a background on later. I would like to do something with a bat, or we could do something with a cat because the black cat is iconic. And I also did this Halloween spread, which is coming up in a future video. I've already filmed a few of my October Halloween videos and I did this cute little cat, and I do like the concept, but I might do it in watercolor instead. So I might do a cat, something to do with a bat, a cute witchy girl, and then the frog dressed up as a witch. I'm also tempted to do a skull because I love skulls. I would like to do a few different designs, but obviously because it's not like physical stickers and print, this is just like a little fun experiment really. I could easily get no orders on in print, so I'm not going to spend ages, but I would like to get a few designs just as a little bit of practice really, so maybe next year I can try some different stuff. I think I'm going to draw out this frog and paint it, but that's going to be for a separate video in a couple of weeks. And here we're going to create a cute witchy gal, a cat, either a skull or a bat. I haven't quite decided. We're going to create a few different designs. Let's go.
Into the place, a spot you from a race. My heart, it started racing. The crowd across the way, flowers on your face, and then I'm from the 80s. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel farther away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you. Sudden gaze, and time it started racing, but moments tend to fade, and you're too far away from me to get my name in. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel further away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you.
Yesterday was relatively successful. It's the next day now. I painted this adorable little frog. I used a little bit of Neo colours just to add some extra bits, and I really love the texture that's on this one. I think it's kind of cute. The background is so similar to the very next page. It's literally like the same colour. Then I also did this cute little witch gal. I really love this one. I love the whole colour theme that it's kind of purple. I ended up going for silver rather than gold. I just felt like it matched a little bit better. But it was a really good sketch to begin with. I was really happy with it, and I absolutely winged the sketch. I just went in straight with my polychromos, and I know that they hardly rub out. Today I want to do the last of my Halloween ideas. I'm thinking of getting out my compass and doing a nice circle design because that could be a really cool sticker. Other than that, I would like to do a cat and a bat. I don't know if there's any other ideas that I've got really. It is very rainy and grey outside, so I'm sorry if the lighting changes a lot in this video. I'm not sure, let's just wing it and have fun. I definitely want to use the Neo colours, I might use all colours. Let's just have fun, let's just wing it and see what happens.
Take my hand and hold it tight. Look at the paintings, I'll be your guide. Don't stop looking in my eyes. Are you cold? Do you want to sit down? I've been here a million times, so I know my way around. Don't stop looking at me now. I know you don't care as much as I do, but I'm just content with me next to you. Let's go to an art museum, I'll explain it at the coffee shop. I know you don't get it, but there's no need to fret it. It's like a gift, it's about the thought. Monet might be too much and Van Gogh might take a while, but thank you for coming. I know that you're trying to do anything to make me smile. I'll have a cup of tea while you have a latte for both you and me. The caffeine will make sure that you don't fall asleep, 'cause darling, you're sleepy, eyes are closing. Please stay awake for me. I know you wanna go, but please stay here with me. I could show you things that you've never seen. Let's go to an art museum, I'll explain it at the coffee shop. I know you don't get it, but there's no need to fret it. It's like a gift, it's about the thought. Monet might be too much and Van Gogh might take a while, but thank you for coming. I know that you're trying to do anything to make me Let's go to an art museum, I'll explain it at the coffee shop. I know you don't get it, but there's no need to fret it. It's like a gift, it's about the thought. Monet might be too much and Van Gogh might take a while, but thank you for coming and thank you for trying to do anything to make me smile.
And these are the Halloween sticker designs done. So I've got like 2 that I did as prints and 2 that I aimed to do as stickers. The Neo colours were a lot different to what I expected. They blended nice and easily and they were very waxy, but the white speckles were very hard to get rid of, and because they go blunt so easily, it was hard to get any details down. I think maybe they're good as accents for bigger pieces, but don't really work so well for smaller pieces. Although I really do like this design, it was just quite difficult to get to this point. It's a bat with a moon in the background, and I feel like the moon, it kind of looks like a moon. I'm not entirely sure, but I like the colours. The cat I think is really cute. I'm not a huge fan of the background, but I don't know if I really want to touch it. I think these are looking pretty cute, so as long as it doesn't rain over the next couple of days, we're gonna get these photographed. Today I'm outside photographing my art. It's not perfect weather, the sun's out a little bit, but it's cloudy and there's no rain, so I'm gonna take it. I've got my camera and here's the little froggy. Okay, so if you remember the other day I took a load of photos, so we're now going to go over to Photoshop to edit them. I'm not going to make too many changes. I just want to remove the easel and hope that they're all completely in focus, just check that they're all good. We're going to start with the frog one first. I think that might be the easiest because I'm going to make that an actual square. So let's open up Photoshop. Okay, that's the digital version of the frog all done. I think it's looking pretty good. I think I'm happy with it. InPrint uses a different formatting to Redbubble. It wants everything in JPEG, and the files are a little bit smaller because on Redbubble you have to blow it up to put it on like duvets and stuff. We're now going to head over to InPrint and try and upload my first ever product, this cute little frog. Witchy frog. I've never used it before, and I don't know if it's going to be like Redbubble where you upload the product and you can just immediately put it on lots of different stuff, or like Printful where you have to do it individually for every single thing. They don't have too many products. They've got like canvases, prints and stickers and phone cases. I think that's kind of it. I just really hope this goes well. Let's do it.
I'm wearing your t-shirt. It smells like roses after rain.
My first print is up already. I named it Trick or Treat, and it's hard to imagine what it looks like as a sticker, but I think it could look quite cool being all square. This is what it looks like. How cute is that, honestly? And you can get it on a phone case, a canvas, an acrylic print, a metal print, a sticker, a poster, a card pack, and an art card. But it was actually really quite easy to pop them on everything, so I really like that. I did some tags. I don't know if it shows up. Let me just type in, let's put witchy frog. There's so many frogs on it. Oh, there we are. Okay, so we've come up on the first page for Witchy Frog. What if I pop in Trick or Treat, actually, because that's the same name as my title. There we are. Okay, we're on the second page, which is so much better than Redbubble. Considering I've only got one thing up, that is amazing. I'm super happy about that. Next, I'm going to work on the Witchy Gal, the cat, and the bat, and then that's all my Halloween stuff up on my shop. I've done the Halloween edits now. This one is a little bit funky because I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping it would be a round sticker, but I've had a look and it looks like all the stickers always have to be square. You can't submit it as a PNG, so I think it's always gonna have to be a square JPEG, which is really unfortunate. So I've added a darker background and I think it looks okay still, but it would have looked better if I could have done it as just a nice round circle, but unfortunately that's not an option. I'm gonna upload them now on on my profile. Honestly, the hardest part is coming up with names. At the moment, I've just called her Witchy Gal because that's literally the name that I've given her, but I need to come up with some proper names, so I'm gonna have to have a think, but it's really hard. Okay, I hope I'm relatively in focus. I just focused on my mic, so I have no clue where the position is. I'm a little bit close though. I've started my print shop. I'm super happy with it. Honestly, this has been a little bit of a journey. It's called Chantel Arts, and I would love if you could check it out. I've just added the Halloween stuff, but there will be a lot more out by the time you are seeing this video. I'll show you how the shop is looking in just a second, but first I want to say thank you so much for watching and for your support. It really means the world. I would love if you could subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.